on a couple of points. One, that more stimulus will be needed, and this is people with different political persuasions, etc. But they all suggested it needed to be more targeted, that the sort of broad-based stimulus will not work, and it really needs to go to the areas, the industries, the individuals, the parts of the geography in this country that really, really need it. And I thought that that was a really good point. They were also indifferent to what Republican or Democrats hold Congress, the House, etc. I thought that was interesting. You know, we all said we would have thought the market would have reacted to the Democrats taking the Senate, and yet there was a lot of indifference there, even amongst the managers. That surprised me. That I would have expected the market would have preferred a Republican Senate and a Democratic House, but they said that they didn't think that that really was going to matter long term. And maybe that's back to, Warren Buffett has that very famous statement, markets are stronger than governments.
Before we let you go, we've had lots of conversations about trying to improve diversity on boards and in managements at corporations across the country, and there seemed to be movement on this issue in a way that we haven't seen in quite some time in the last 6 months. NASDAQ coming out with its proposal recently. I'm wondering whether you think people are going to start investing, and I wonder whether you do this, whether you actually look at the boards of companies today or the management teams of companies today and look at how diverse or not diverse they are and say, you know what, I'm going to invest in them, or I'm actually not going to invest in them.
So we won't avoid them, but we will invest in them and absolutely agitate for change. And we can look at 40 companies over the past almost 40 years, we're 38 years old at Ariel, where we have affected change and led to a diverse director being added to the board. We think that is in the best interest of the company, and that is in the best interest of the shareholders. And so we think that this is not a fleeting moment. This is something we'll continue. We are very much supportive of what the NASDAQ has done. Adina Friedman has been very, very brave and bold there, just as David Solomon was when he talked about Goldman not bringing companies public without diverse boards. A sea change has happened, and I think that it will be odd to be a company in 21st century business without a diverse board. I think it will be very odd.
Melody Hopson, always great to see you. Thank you for giving us a bit of a readout and taking us inside the room of that conversation yesterday. And we will see whether this great rotation happens, and we'd love to continue this conversation with you in the future. Thanks.
Thanks so much. Bye.